Hey guys, so today we are doing a big ol' beauty empties video. This stuff has been collecting in my house for like 3 months and I'm ready to kick it out. We have tons of skincare, mostly skincare, let's be real. Not just a lot of skincare, a lot of K-beauty skincare. We have some hair, a little bit of body, almost no makeup. I just don't go through makeup quickly at all. It takes me forever to finish a single product. All that being said, I've told you guys a million times, I love Empties videos. I feel like that's where we really get the tea on products, how they work, if they're repurchasable. What? Yeah, that's what I meant to say. If they're worth repurchasing, especially with skincare. Skincare is something you have to give a fighting chance in order to see whether or not it's worth repurchasing. I don't think skincare is something you can only do for a week or two and have a full understanding of whether or not it's a good product or not. So yeah, lots of skincare today. But before we get started, make sure you check the down bar for links to all my social media platforms. Thumbs up the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new here, and let's just get started. I'm gonna try to do this in like sections. So for instance, I got some sheet masks in here. We'll do a little sheet mask section. We'll do a cleansing oil section. I'm gonna try to keep this somewhat concise. And I'm gonna break it down pretty simply into, do I like it and would I repurchase it? I'm gonna try to be kind of brief with every product because there is a lot here. It's kind of insane. Let's start with sheet masks. Sheet masks are probably my favorite product to buy and use in the entire beauty category. I have to like let that marinate for a second. Outside of devices, it's sheet masks. I love them. I try tons of them all the time. So let's talk about some of the most recent ones I have used up. This is the SK2 facial treatment mask. I will talk to you guys momentarily about the SK2 Essence because I have an empty from them as well. We'll get into it. This mask is really, really nice for daytime. It's not the most hydrating thing in the world. It's not something I would use in the winter to kind of combat the intense dryness my skin goes through. But in the morning, if I have time to do a little treatment mask, I would like something like this because the serum that's in it is clear. It's not thick. It's not heavy. It's not occlusive. The only downside with this is that it has like this weird pilling thing that it'll do. So I'm not even 100% sure if you could even use this one underneath makeup. I think it would cause your makeup to kind of gunk up and pill and roll off your face. I almost want to say that I don't recommend this one because of that pilling effect. But what it does for your skin, like if you're able to put it on in the morning or if you're not incredibly dry, you wanted to wear it at night, you will notice a slight brightening of your skin, a nice level of hydration, and a little bit of soothing. It is very expensive though, so this isn't something I'm in a hurry to run out and purchase, but we'll talk more about SK2 in a minute, like what my thoughts are in general. If you can afford it, if it's in the budget, it's nice to have, but I do really like so many more affordable things more than I like this. This is the Jenabelle PDRN Rejuvenating Mask. I actually have another mask from them as well in here. Let's see, we have 2 of these glutathione brightening ones, and this is the PDRN one. PDRN is one of those ingredients I intend to try as much of as I can this year. My skin tolerates it really well, so I'm excited to see the different types of formulations or different types of products that I can use to introduce this into my skin. I have a PDRN serum. We'll talk about that momentarily. This I do like, but I can't say that I've seen crazy differences. I also haven't used it very much. So this is a mask that I feel if I used it every single week for about a month, I'd be able to tell you more, but I must not have been too crazy about it or felt really compelled by it if it's the only one in here. This is the Jenabelle Glutathione Brightening Ampoule Mask. Brightening is really important to me. My skin gets acne marks really, really easily. Like if I get a breakout, I'm gonna have red scars. So I'm constantly testing brightening products. It helps with that evening out of the skin. And treatments like this, like a vitamin C mask or a vitamin C, which glutathione is not technically vitamin C, but it's a brightening kind of antioxidant ingredient. I really enjoyed the Numbuzin number 5 glutathione line and saw a little bit of lightening and very gentle lightening with that as well. In other words, it didn't feel too harsh, or sometimes like vitamin C can irritate your skin. Sometimes, well, not even just vitamin C, any number of brightening kind of antioxidant ingredients, if they're not formulated correctly or if you're super sensitive, can cause irritation. And that's kind of why I like glutathione, because I feel like it doesn't do that as much. Now, do I like this product? I have 2 here. I cannot remember feeling like blown away by the brightening, but I also think it's similar to the PDRN mask, that if I did it more frequently, I probably would see a massive, not massive, but I'd see like a noticeable will kind of boost in my skin's even tone. I'm going to continue to try this, finish the whole box, and I'll let you know what I think. There's only one of these in this Empties video, but this is not emblematic of how much of this I've actually used. I bought this is the VT Cosmetics Glucamoon mask. I bought a box of it. I think there's 10 masks in it, and I've completely finished it and just bought a new one. If you like snail mucin as an ingredient, which I love it, I've been using it literally for about 5 years. It's just one of those ingredients that's so soothing and hydrating, and my skin really responds well to it, especially from the soothing perspective. I carry a lot of heat in my skin. It gets red very easily, so it's something I'm constantly kind of battling. My skin loves this. This is one of my favorite products. And the reason I brought up snail mucin, glucamoon. I don't feel like that's what this is called. Glucamine? It's beta glucan, I believe is what this is. They're kind of saying this is like a vegan snail mucin. So if you have any kind of like ethical issues with the snail mucin thing, then you might like this. I just really enjoy this. I used to also really love the CosRX snail mucin mask. It's like a type of mask I enjoy where it's just soaked in this gooey, almost slimy, hydrating, just my skin loves it. And again, I recently repurchased this entire box, and I also purchased VT Cosmetics Glucamoon. I don't know why my mouth does not like saying this word, Glucamoon, their essence serum thing. So this is an ingredient in a brand that I'm kind of getting into. 107 Cuddle and the Sulwahsoo. I talked about these both in a favorites video. I'll link it down below, so I'm not gonna get crazy into it. Will repurchase. This is really, really nice. You know what? I say I'll repurchase it, but I might not be repurchasing it again until fall or winter because it's so hydrating. This is like the thickest essence I've ever seen in a sheet mask. So if you're not dry or more mature, you're probably gonna hate this. This one, however, the Sulwahsoo, I talked about this in my video, my favorites video I mentioned prior. This is like magic. Nothing, I mean, as much as I love this one, and like I said, I have repurchased it because of how much I love it, nothing has ever made my skin feel so dramatically different after one treatment than this mask did. I bought like a 2-pack of it just to kind of round out a Sephora order one day. Loved it and went back and bought the whole daggum box. I even bought the Sulwahsoo First Care Activating Serum because of this. This is the First Care Activating Mask. The serum, I'm not 100% sure yet, to be honest with you, but this was so nice. I'm absolutely gonna repurchase it. It's just like a facial in a sheet mask, and I don't say that lightly. I don't really think many masks do what this one does. Lastly, this is the Pyung Kang Yul, I never say this correctly, Pyung Kang Yul Black Tea Revitalizing Mask Pack. I've been buying this one since last summer. It's at the time when I first got my hands on it, I thought this was the most hydrating sheet mask I'd ever seen. It's kind of got like that super thick, kind of goopy essence similar to this one from VT Cosmetics. I do really, really love this, but I don't think I'm gonna repurchase it anytime soon just because I want to try new stuff. But I do think in total I've bought like 3 boxes of this. So obviously at one time I was a big fan. Let's talk about cleansing oils. I buy a different cleansing oil almost every time I need to repurchase one. And if there's a product that I go through ridiculously quick, it's cleansing oils. I use one every single night when I wash my face, whether I wore makeup that day or not. Double cleansing is so good if you struggle with breakouts or acne or have really, really dry skin. Like something about using a cleansing oil and then going in with a very hydrating kind of lotion cleanser. My skin is very, very happy with it. All these are pretty decent. I didn't repurchase any of them, spoiler alert, and I'm using one right now from PREQUEL that I actually really like. But a cleansing oil is a cleansing oil to me after a while. The thing that really determines whether or not I'm going to repurchase it tends to be the price point because I have to buy it so frequently. So speaking of price point, I think this is one of the more expensive ones I've tried. This is the Peach and Lily Ginger Melt Oil Cleanser. I like Peach and Lily a lot as a brand. Their Glass Skin Refining Serum is super nice. It's kind of like a one-size-fits-all multi-treatment, multi-benefit serum that I think if you're a very minimalist skincare girly, you would love it. It does a lot of things and it does it very, very well. I don't think I've tried anything from them other than the Glass Skin Serum and this cleansing oil. I really liked it. It was hydrating, rinsed really well, removed my makeup, didn't strip the skin, but I think I remember this being kind of pricey, Pricey for me, by the way, for a cleansing oil is like $30 and up. Anything above 30 bucks, we're getting into like, I don't know if I want to maintain this habit because again, I go through it so quickly. So I will repurchase it if I'm feeling bougie one day, but I'm not in a hurry to. This is, I think, one of the other more expensive ones. It's the Deep Cleansing Oil from DHC. I've bought this a couple of times. This is definitely the thickest, just most like viscous, deeply oily cleansing oils I've ever tried. It gets it off. It's very hydrating. This is great for winter and it's really good for dry skin as well. This is the Haru Wonder. I went through a phase where I was really loving this cleansing oil and I also really loved their cleanser, just their foaming gel cleanser. I'll put a picture of it here somewhere. I don't know why I don't have it empty over here of it because I think I bought about 3 bottles of that towards the end of last year after completing each one of them. I like this line in general. Now the cleanser, the Haru Wonder Black Rice cleanser or whatever, that has a very similar texture to the Is Clinical Cleansing Complex, which is like viral. Everybody loves it. There is something so silky and luxurious and soft, and I can't even explain it. The texture of the Is Clinical Cleanser, I think, is what gives it such high praise. I mean, it's a very effective cleanser, but there's something about the texture of it that's unlike anything else. The Haru Wonder one, in my opinion, is actually very similar. Now, as far as the cleansing oil is concerned, it was nice. I think this is a lighter oil, so this might be good in the summer or like normal combination. Oily people might enjoy this one. But again, I just kind of get a little hair up my butt and I try a different one every single time I need a new cleansing oil. I'm not saying I'll never repurchase this one. I think the price point was really nice as well, and I like this line in general. The Madagascar Centella Light Cleansing Oil, I really like this one. I like this line in general. There's so many things in this line I would love to try. I even love the packaging, this like little picture of a mountain on the back of it. It just, the whole thing does something for me. I would say 9 out of 10. I think this would probably be something I'm going to be more excited to repurchase again during the summer. I just like lighter everything in the summer. I like lighter foundations, lighter body oils and body lotions, and everything has a much different texture for me come spring and summer versus like the winter or the fall. And this to me is much more in line with, like I said, warm weather cleansing oil. I cannot be the only one who thinks this way. But before any of you guys ask, because I'm sure you're going to, my lip combo today is Makeup by Mario Lauren lip liner with the cherry, I don't know, this red colored lip oil from Elle. Kind of into this. It's like a red lip but softer. It's kind of doing it for me. Okay, let's do like essences and serums and toners, like things in that realm. First things first, let's discuss the SK2 facial treatment essence. This is one of those things that's like famous. If you're a beauty girly, you know all about SK2. Perhaps you've been a little curious about it. Perhaps you've purchased it before. I think this is one of those products that, like, if you don't understand what it's supposed to do, it can seem very overhyped. And that's certainly what happened for me the first time I used it. The SK2 facial treatment is very, very expensive. This small bottle of it right here, I believe was like $90. And when I purchased it, I didn't do it justice. I really should have tested it in a very like clinical way, really tracked the progress of it, but I didn't fully understand the point of this product at the time, and now I do. This product is so special and so beloved because it has the ability not only to do all the things we want a treatment or an essence to do, which is like hydrate and soothe, but this one will actually brighten your skin, and it does it without any harsh exfoliation. This is a Japanese brand, I believe. I'm 90% sure this is Japanese, but in K-Beauty, for instance, they have a really high emphasis on adding things to the skin, and they're just now kind of getting in. I've heard this on good authority. It's been a pretty recent thing for them to get into like retinol. It's not their approach. Their approach is much more gentle, much more about that hydration and filling out the skin with lots of plump, juicy, dewy moisture. On top of that, stripping the skin is kind of antithetical to what they like to do. They don't like a lot of harsh acids, things of that nature. That's where something like this truly shines. This supposedly, over time, if you use it, you're going to get that kind of like crazy, bright, even-skinned complexion thing that you might get from something more aggressive, like a BHA, AHA, retinol, or even like a super high concentration of vitamin C. I am going to one of these VIB sales that's coming around this year. I want to like take the plunge and buy the big behemoth bottle and really test it. I really want to know if this is up to the task, because like I said before, I suffer with a lot of hyperpigmentation and I also have sensitive skin. So I can't throw tons of acid at my skin and get a good result. I mean, it will kind of help the situation, but it's going to add in other problems like skin barrier issues, irritation, acne. Like it's a fine line I have to walk. So this is actually perfect for me. I just didn't know why it was so perfect the first time I get it. I will revisit this and we'll talk later. But I have found supposedly a pretty cheap dupe for this. Again, I've not let this go the distance. I've not done a full test with this, so I can't say on perfect authority that it is a dupe, but I am noticing similar benefits that I was hoping to get from this product from another product, and we'll talk about that now. Clearly, I am a fan of this. This is the Iope Bio Conditioning Essence. 3 bottles of this. I have recently received my 4th. This is supposed to do similarly what the SK2 does. I think it takes about 2 bottles of this to see the benefits, and you have to kind of go through those 2 bottles pretty quick. Like, I think you kind of have to be a little aggressive with this. I believe at one point there was some sort of like marker on it to kind of show you how much of it you needed to use at a time to get those types of like SK2 level results. I've been pretty aggressive with this. I think all 3 of these bottles have been used up since roughly January. So I think I'm doing it to the required specifications, meaning I'm using enough of it. And I think I'm noticing a difference, you guys. Like, if SK2 can do what this does, but even better, I will be a lifelong fan of this. These are not the cheapest bottles in the world. I mean, they're roughly the same size. This is $30. This is $90. Some people would say $30 for this is too much because it is pretty small. I can't find on here how many ounces it is, but as you can see, it's not the biggest bottle in the world. But I do feel like it is adding hydration and moisture to the skin on top of helping a brightening situation. Like, I've had this really weird breakout. You guys, I figured it out. I know what caused this breakout now. We'll talk later. But I was dealing with this heinous breakout on my chin and my jaw since like October of last year. And even though I've had this constant breakout and this constant redness and irritation and scarring, my skin still is relatively even toned, especially in the areas that I didn't break out. Like, I truly think it's this that's been doing it. It's very, very nice. I will keep you guys updated on this as I continue to use it. And like I said, we will at some point do the Big Daddy experiment with SK2, so stay tuned for that. This is the CosRx Advanced Snail Mucin, and I told you guys before, this is an ingredient, a product. I've always got some version of it, whether it's the snail mucin mask or it's the snail mucin cream or it's the snail mucin essence. Like, it's just one of those ingredients. I think some people would consider this kind of a nothing burger, to be honest with you, because snail mucin was like so cool and just this revolutionary ingredient like a decade ago. But to me, despite the fact that so many new things have kind of come and gone since then, my skin just loves this. It's an extra layer of hydration I can add into my routine that doesn't cause gunkiness. It doesn't clog my pores. It just is so soothing and hydrating. I just love it. I've bought probably 10, 20 bottles of this, and I will always have some version of it. Like I said, my newest version is going to be the VT Cosmetics Glucamune or glucomet. I don't know what it is about this word. I don't like saying it. I have a version of that coming, and I will let you know if it holds up to this. This is another VT Cosmetics product. It's the VT PDRN 100. I have recently repurchased this. This is such a good ingredient. They also make if you guys have seen that serum that supposedly is like putting needles into your face, like microneedling in a bottle. VT Cosmetics makes that as well. I own that. I own the VT Cosmetics 300 shot. I am too scared to use it. Like I said, I've been battling a breakout for so long that I'm really trying to be very patient and babying with my skin, so I can't comment on that. But what I can say about this product, there is something in here. There's something about PDRN, which, by the way, is just salmon sperm. If you've heard about the salmon sperm facials that have gone viral that the girlies are doing in Korea, this is a vegan version of that. It has the most incredible, like, a lot of what I've said is like, it's soothing, because it's a big pain point for me. And I need that because, again, my skin holds so much redness, especially on my scars. Any breakouts I have or current breakouts I had, they look like wounds. They get so red and inflamed. I ran out of this for about a month and didn't repurchase it until about a week ago. It's one of those things that you couldn't appreciate how great it is until you went without it and then introduced it back into your life. I put this on when I came back to my house, and the next morning when I got up, all the scars and redness that like literally the day before were stressing me out. I'm not gonna lie. I was like getting really upset about how bad my skin was looking. Once I started putting this back into the routine, everything looks so much more calm. It's like a fire hydrant. There's something about this that if you struggle with redness post post acne hyperpigmentation, especially if it's red, you're gonna be shocked at how immediately this tends to calm it down. When I originally got this, I loved it for the hydration that it offers, which is a lot. It's a very thin cream. It absolutely absorbs into the skin beautifully. You get that immediate intense hydration without being too overbearing, or you know, if you're oily, you're not gonna hate it. It's just right. You could probably use this just as a moisturizer if you're oily, for instance. But it's that soothing that's like really amazing. And I have repurchased it, will repurchase it. I have bought their PDRN hydrogel mask. I don't think I'm a hydro mask girly, man. I've tried it like 3 different times. Every time I expect to be wowed by it. I just don't think it's for me. I don't, even with this ingredient from this brand that I love so much, I don't like their hydrogel mask. Just get this version of it. I have heard they're coming out with a face mist, a PDRN face mist. I really want that. This is one of those things where it's like a type of serum I usually have, except right now I don't think I have one. The next one I want to pick up is the PERK Calm Down Redness Relief Serum thing. I think it's out of stock right now, but that's the next one I'm going to pick up in this category. But this is just a simple, soothing ampoule. We have the Cosrx Centella Aqua Soothing Ampoule and the Madagascar Centella Ampoule. These are both just water thin ampoules to add into your skincare routine. Again, irritation, redness, light layers of hydration, all that good stuff. This one I didn't like as much. First of all, like, look at the difference in how much product you get. And I feel like I think off the top of my head, they're somewhat comparable in price, if not dramatically cheaper on this end. But like I told you before, I just like this brand. They have a lot of stuff I want to try. I don't think I'm going to repurchase the Cosrx one, but I will repurchase this one eventually. I think this is my 3rd bottle of this actually. It's super, super nice. This is the Cosrx 6 Peptide Skin Booster. I picked this up because Pensmith Skin, y'all, I'm constantly shouting her out. If you want to know how to get the best skin of your life, or like, there's a ton of people who I take advice from. It's not just Pensmith, but she's a huge inspiration, a huge source of information. All you got to do is look at her. I think Penny is like in her 50s. Or something. Actually, I know she's in her 50s. I just can't remember how. She looks 27. Like, anything she says, I'm gonna do it. But she recommended this. I don't disagree with her. Like, I think it's a good product for what it is. I just don't think I'm gonna repurchase it. I wasn't wowed by it. It kind of has the same like watery type of consistency as this, but in terms of like getting peptides into my skin, this is not my favorite way to do it. I obviously, you know, finished it. I liked it. I don't remember being wowed by it, however. There is a current peptide product I'm using from Cosrx. It's actually like a milky spray. I'm kind of enjoying that a lot more than I enjoyed this. I think combo oily people would really, really like this one, but it's not for me. This, however, this is the Dong Ginbi Red Essence Daily Defense Essence. I can barely see what it says. Oh my gosh, you guys. Korean ginseng, particularly this product, I really need to repurchase it. This serum, I think, or it's actually an essence. This was like $70. I think it was somewhere between $60 and $80. The best my skin has ever looked in my entire life was with this product. There is something about the ginseng in this product. It gave me the most like translucent, glass, soothed, like it was something. It was something to see. I'm trying to tell you what. And the smell of it, like when you first get it, when I first got it, I was like, this smells really old lady-ish, and I didn't like it. But now it's Pavlovian. I smell this and it like makes my mouth water. It's so nice. But more importantly, it's the results I got with this. Even though this is pricey, like I said before, the pricey serum in my routine right now is my Sulwahsoo First Care one I was telling you guys about. That is also, I believe, a ginseng product. So for me, I was like, oh, well, I'll just try the Sulwahsoo one, because again, it's that ingredient, that ginseng, that Korean ginseng in particular, that I was really kind of horny for, to be honest with you. However, I don't think the Sulwahsoo one, which was way more expensive than this one, is nearly as nice. So anyway, long story short, when I finish the Sulwahsoo product, I'm going back to this, and I will never leave it again. It's beautiful. You guys should really check this out. This is like a lot of what we see in K-beauty, like for instance, this brand. This is more like mid to low on the bougie scale in Korea. Like, this is not their version of a Sephora product. This is a more higher, mid-tier to higher end K-beauty brand. Kind of like there's another line they have called the entire history of Woo or something like that. IOP, for instance, is another one of the more high-end K-beauty brands. So it's just taking all those things that we love about K-beauty. And don't get me wrong, K-beauty, even on their cheaper side, kind of kicks America's ass. Period. That's not to say like, oh, because the K-beauty products that I like are inexpensive, that they're not very, I think they're better than most of what's at Sephora. But just imagine the goodness and efficacy and amazingness of like the cheaper K-beauty products. Imagine what kind of stuff they're able to bring together and put out when they really bump that price point up. Oh, so good. I've ranted and raved about this for long enough, but let me just say, amazing. This is the last toner or essence. This is the Pyung Kang Yul Black Tea Deep Infusion Toner. I liked this whole line. I had the eye cream, I have the sheet masks, I have this. I don't think I grabbed the moisturizer, and I don't think I'm going to. This just isn't, I think what I'm supposed to like about this, or what's supposed to be the draw here, is the fermentation of it. And just for the record, same thing with SK2. Their fermentation of their product, which they call Patera, is like what makes your skin look so great with this. This just didn't wow me in any way. Like, I like the hydration. I like the packaging a lot. I like Pyung Kang Yul as a brand, but this just did not wow me. In fact, I think it took me a long time to finish this. I just kind of kept, I would grab it and be like, oh, no, like it wasn't calling to me. It wasn't my favorite. Nothing against it, but I would definitely rather try other things. So for moisturizers, I only have two. They're both the Astura Ato Barrier Cream. I do really like this. Apparently, if you go to a plastic surgeon's office in Korea, this is the line that they will most likely, like 9 times out of 10, be carrying and promoting. It's very highly dermatologically recommended. It's incredibly hydrating, very soothing. If you have a damaged skin barrier, all you really should be doing is like cleansing and moisturizing. You really need to give your skin a break. I guarantee you that if you're having skin barrier issues, if you use this, it's going to help that. It's so incredible for that. I will repurchase this eventually, but I just wanted to try something new. So, you know, even though I'm out of this, the next thing coming is something different, but I can't remember what it is. We'll talk about it later. Moisturizers, I don't really get crazy about. There's ones I like more than others. There's some that I find to be a little more occlusive and a little nicer like in the winter and the fall when my skin's dry, but I'm not like, you know, I'm not dying to spend a grip on moisturizer. It just needs to lock everything, and that's all I'm looking for. But this one just has the added benefit of being so good for your skin. This is the Naturium Retinaldehyde Cream Serum. I think this is my second bottle of this. I do like it. I will tell you, however, I bought the Paula's Choice Retinal. If y'all don't know, my very first sponsored gig on YouTube was with Paula's Choice, and it was so crazy that they reached out to me and wanted to work with me because I had already been a diehard Paula's Choice fan for about 2 years before they decided to work with me, and I just haven't been back to the brand in many years. Like, I think the last time I bought something from Paula's Choice was like 2018, maybe 2019, and when I needed to get a new retinal with the A, not retinol, retinal, better for sensitive skin. If you're very easily irritated, that's the formula I recommend to you. I got the Paula's Choice one. It kicked this one sweet little ass. This is okay. This is fine. But the Paula's Choice one, run tell that. You guys will see, I will never not buy that product. I have not bought a single product like a retinol or an exfoliator, and I don't even know how long, that I felt as passionately as I feel about the Paula's Choice one. It will clear up your dark spots. It will make your skin actually glowy, and it will not irritate you at all. This is fine. This is fine. It is cheaper too. It's like 40 bucks cheaper than the Paula's Choice one. But I would rather spend the money on the Paula's Choice one. This one's fine, but I'm not repurchasing it. I think this is the one makeup product we have. I want to say very little and move on. MAC Fix Plus. This might be my 50th bottle. My 51st is right over there. One of the most important, best, amazing products in the world for makeup. I do not like setting sprays that lock my makeup in, that make it last longer, because I don't need that. My skin is dry enough as it is. And products that tend to make your makeup last longer are actually drying your skin out. There's a lot of alcohol in them. That's how they work. So I don't like that typically. Well, actually, never like that, to be honest with you. I like a setting spray to bring hydration, to make my makeup not look so powdery. And that's what this is for. It makes your skin look so glowy and dewy and beautiful and perfect. And it's probably the single makeup product I have bought the most in my entire life. Hair. Dry Bar Hot Toddy. I do like this. I repurchased it. I try to mix up with heat sprays. I have to use heat protectant. I use it every time I blow dry, every time I put an iron on my hair. I've just probably bought this one the most. It's nothing fancy. It doesn't smell especially good. There's no great bells and whistles about it, but it works. It gets the job done, and I love an aerosol can for a heat protectant. In fact, I think this was very recently on sale for Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty, and I missed it. I should have stocked up at the time because I think it was like 14 bucks for the 21 Days of Beauty. 10 out of 10, will repurchase, have repurchased, just got a new one. It's in my drawer right now. So this guy got away from me when we were doing the serum section. This is the Vari Hope 8 Days Vitamin C Ampoule. I bought 2 of these immediately. Like the first time I ordered this, I bought a backup for it because look how tiny it is. I didn't think it was gonna last me a very long time, and it didn't. Like I think I finished it in about 2 weeks. The thing with this is, however, it will brighten your skin like crazy. That's why it's called the 8 Days Vitamin C. You guys might hear my baby fussing at my husband right now. Hold on. Sorry. Anyway, I knew this wasn't going to be like a long-term product, meaning it was going to stick around for a hot minute, so I wanted to back up immediately. What happened was I ended up using this, and I noticed the brightening. It was unmistakable that it brightened up my skin. However, this was also when I was deep in the throes of my breakout and I couldn't figure out what was causing it. So I actually stopped using this and moved on to a different vitamin C. I don't know, it's not over here, so we'll talk about it at another time. But anyway, I finished this one. I still have the second vial of this, but now that I've realized this is not in fact what was breaking me out, I'm gonna introduce it again, see if I'm getting those same results. This is really kind of like a unsung hero, flying under the radar, underrated product. I don't hear a lot of people talking about it, but if you're just looking for a vitamin C, you know, I can't attest to the antioxidant benefits if it's doing a whole lot by way of that, but if you're just looking for brightening, you would probably like this. Unfortunately, I think this thing's like $25, $30 and it goes quick. So it's not the most cost-effective way, but if you just wanna boost, kind of get past some of that post-acne hyperpigmentation stuff like I'm talking about, you'd probably enjoy it. This is not an empty. This is actually almost completely full, but it is a huge fail and I'm throwing it out, and I'm only sharing this with you guys because I want to offer you this. Have you guys ever used a product or had an issue with a product, and when you told other people about the issue that you had, they almost like didn't believe you, or like they were like, no, that can't be what caused it? I went through that with this product. This was recommended to me, or I had someone tell me that it was my hairstylist. I don't want to put her on blast because she did not have, and she never had any issues with this before, so she had no idea what she was recommending to me. I'm not shading her. She's amazing. I love her to death. But when I first got my hair extensions, I asked her, like, what shampoo and conditioner system do you like for extensions? And she said the Pureology Hydrate Sheer line. So I grabbed it up, and not for the first time. I've actually used this before, and I was not, for some reason, connecting the dots. But even the first time I used this, my hair fell out. I was already losing hair at the time. It was like post-COVID stuff and anxiety related stuff. So I was already losing my hair because of like external or internal factors like that. But then I was also using this at the same time. And I just remember feeling like my hair was falling out really crazy and the texture of my hair changed. I remember my scalp being itchy all the time. I did not put the dots together that it was this. So I go get my hair extensions last October and my girl recommends it to me. So I bring it back into the fold and I find myself, my scalp is itchy all the time. Like it feels like it's on fire. And then on top of that, my hair starts falling out again. It was so frustrating. And I was talking to my girl about it. And then I was like, I got on, Instagram, was like looking at comment sections. People were just saying that it's not possible. It is possible to be allergic to this. I actually found a Reddit forum where people were talking about it. You can have allergic reactions or irritations to things like shampoos and conditioners that nobody else has experienced. I guess I'm just trying to validate you guys. This happened when I was pregnant. When I was pregnant with my son, I had really bad acid reflux and I would take antacids for it. And immediately after I would take them, my heartbeat would go up by like 100 beats per minute. Like it would almost feel like I was having anxiety. It would go up so fast. And it would happen every single time I took it. And then I called my doctor one day and I was like, hey, I think this antacid is giving me like heart palpitations or something. And she was like, that's not possible. Okay. It happened. And that happens sometimes with products and things like that, doesn't it? Like you kind of feel like you're crazy. I don't know. I'm just offering this to you as like, if you think you're having issues and you've been using this, it could be this. I think there might be an essential oil in here. There's like a lavender scent I'm picking up. That could be what I'm allergic to. But this made my scalp super inflamed. It broke my hair off, made it like gum. It was nasty. These are like $40, $45 shampoos and conditioners, and it destroyed my hair and my scalp for a time. If you've experienced the same thing, you are not crazy. It is this product. Throw it out. This is the ORIBE Gold Lust Transformative Mask. I have a few ORIBE products. Like I have the texture spray. I've had that texture spray for like 3 years. I cannot get through it to save my life. I've tried the Gold Lust Heat Protectant. I'm working on emptying. I have this. I have a hairspray from them. I have, actually they have this yellow, it's like their bond repair line. I've tried a lot from ORIBE is what I'm saying, and I don't get the hype, y'all. I cannot be the only one. This is expensive. I think this mask was like $70. The shampoo and conditioner set I picked up from them was probably in the same realm. I don't like that shampoo and conditioner. I didn't especially, this wasn't bad, but it certainly wasn't worth $70. I don't know what the ORIBE hype is, y'all. Maybe I keep buying the wrong formulation for my hair type, but this feels like a racket. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't get what people like about this so much. Dry shampoos. This is the AMIKA PERK Up Ultra and the Batiste Dry Dark da-da-da-da. I don't know. Dry shampoo, if you guys have ever seen my Empties videos, every time we get to the dry shampoo portion, I'm always like, I don't know, dry shampoo is dry shampoo. None of them wow me. A lot of them irritate me. A lot of them make my scalp really, really itchy. And dry shampoo, I think used all the time is not super great for your hair anyway. If you think about it, you're putting this incredibly drying ingredient on your root. Inevitably, it's going to fall down to your ends, either through brushing or just the wind blowing or whatever. It's not gonna just stay up here, and it's gonna dry your ends out if you're not careful. So I tend to have a routine of like dry shampooing my scalp and oiling my ends. We'll talk about the oil in a minute, but it's just not my favorite product, but I have to use it. I've never found one that just blows my mind ever. This, the AMIKA PERK Up Ultra, was the most effective. I found that it really, like, it took an act of Congress to get oil to come through my head when I used this one. And the smell, AMIKA's smell, if you guys like Burberry Goddess perfume, that's exactly what this smells like. So that alone is really, really nice. It kind of makes you feel a little cleaner, you know, when you're feeling a little gross and you gotta use dry shampoo. The Batiste Dark one, I use all the time. Every time I run out of dry shampoo, I will probably have this one. I'll try other ones, but this is the one I've just bought the most frequently because it's relatively inexpensive. It's not amazing, but I don't think any of them are. And I kind of like the little bit of a dark tone that it has because, like, if I need to dye my hair the way I do right now, it kind of hides how badly I need to do it because that little bit of tint doesn't leave a white cast. None of these blow my mind, but again, hair is my least favorite product to buy for. I've really dialed this in. I am a Redken and Moroccan oil girl until I die. Those are the only products that just significantly work for me. But if you guys have a recommendation for a really good dry shampoo, let me know. I think I ask in every Empties video. Speaking of oil, the Moroccan oil, this is the treatment, just the regular one. They have a light one. This is not the light treatment. This is my favorite hair oil. I've tried tons of them. I will finish all of the ones that I have just to say that I did. But I always come back to this. It's the most hydrating. It doesn't have a lot of protein in it. Like, that's another thing you guys have to keep in mind. Depending on what your goals are with your hair, you can overdo it on certain ingredients, and protein are one of those that you have to really kind of be monitoring how present it is in every single step of your hair routine. So that's why I like Moroccan oil, because it has that hydrating kind of like reparative benefit without adding tons of protein into it. It smells like a sexy man. It's just really, really nice. I love it. I've bought it 100 times. I'm sure I'll buy it 100 more. This is the Moroccan oil. Oh, there's actually a good little bit left in here. I need to go put this back in my vanity. This is the Moroccan oil root boost. If you like a little bit of a gripping product at your roots, because maybe you have like fine, flat hair like I do, you would probably like this one. Typically, I've tried like the Color Wow volumizers. I used to really love the big sexy hair. Like, I've tried tons of products like this. This is the one that I think feels the most invisible while also doing something. Like, I don't want her to get too textured, too crazy, too gunky at the roots, and I gotta turn around and wash my hair right away. This one, I think, is the best. I mean, again, it's that smell. I love Moroccan oil, man. It's not the sexiest brand on planet Earth. I think the kids would call it chuggy. Even the teal and the coral orange is very Pinterest chevron print circa 2011. But the product itself, so good. I just love this brand. I have a few body products and then we'll get out of here. They are all from Naturium and they are all from the Glow Getter line. I love this line. I went through a phase last summer where I bought like almost all the body washes that Naturium offered. So I had like the hyaluronic acid one, the mandelic acid one, the glycolic one. I had this one. In my mind, I was gonna like take a shower and use a different body wash every day and end up with like a different skin result. It didn't make a difference, to be honest with you. They all did kind of the same thing. The only one that stood out to me consistently and has always stood out to me is this one. This is the most hydrating, gorgeous body wash in the world. It's oil, but it still lathers a little bit. Like, depending on your skin situation, you could very easily use this and not have to do body lotion after the fact. I mean, I do, but you might not. It's so nice. Very, very basic. I repurchase it every time I run out of it. There is currently a bottle in my shower. Like, I think for body wash, I'm good. I don't see a situation anytime soon. I'll take it in PR if anybody wants to send it to me, but I don't see a situation anytime soon where I'm going to be seeking out any other body care outside of like this kind of very simple drugstore inexpensive routine that I've kind of dialed in and I really enjoy. And the Naturium Glow Getter is a part of that routine and will probably always be. 2 more products. This is the Glow Getter Multi Body Oil Butter and the Glow Getter Body Oil, like the proper body oil. This, 10 out of 10. I've bought it 100 times. Right now, I really love, and I've talked about this before, the Eucerin Advanced Repair. It's like in a tub like this. That's my current favorite, but I'm sure I will repurchase this. The body oil is divine. Body oil is one of those things that like I've always got it. I've always either got like the Palmer's one. I like the Vaseline Cocoa body oil gel thing. Like I've always got body oil, but they're expensive. Like I think this was like $25, and to cover your whole body, I think you're only gonna be able to use this for like a month. I will repurchase it. I'm not in a hurry to do it because I found it kind of pricey for what it was, but I think it is worth that price point. And in fact, I've used much more expensive. Like I used to love the L'Occitane almond oil before it got TikTok famous. I was already on that bandwagon. It's like the most luxurious, hydrating, expensive, just, oh, I don't know the words for it, that almond oil from L'Occitane. This is not identical necessarily. It doesn't smell the same, but I do believe this is comparable. Like, I think now that this exists in the world, somebody would have to gift me the L'Occitane body oil because I would just buy this one. It's like less than half the price, and I truly believe very, very comparable in quality. Just body oil, it gets a little expensive for me. I try to keep it on the cheap side because I use so much of it. You know what I mean? Anyway. All right, guys, that's my current Empties video, and I'm sticking to it. These videos come up all the time on my channel, so if you like Empties videos, you definitely want to subscribe and stick around because I be plowing through beauty products, especially skincare. If it's one thing you will always see me have in Empties videos, it is mountains of skincare. I do it twice a day, every day, multiple products all the time. I'm kind of a hoarder with skincare, particularly K-beauty, as you can tell. I will catch you guys. I've like had a hard time doing outros today. I filmed a couple videos and every time I get to this point, I'm just like doing a southern goodbye. I don't know how to shut my yap and move on. Anyway, hope you guys are having a good day and I'll catch you in the next one.